Do you remember summer vacations as a kid? How they felt like they lasted forever? Those long, lazy afternoons where you had nothing to do and all the time in the world to do it. You'd wake up and the whole day stretched out in front of you like an ocean. By noon, you'd already lived 3 lifetimes. By evening, you couldn't even remember what you'd done that morning because so much had happened. And now? Now a year goes by in what feels like a blink. You're decorating for Christmas and you swear you just took down the tree. It's your birthday, again, already. Wasn't it just New Year's? Where did the time go? Someone posted online about seeing that old beeping Christmas light box, the one that played that monophonic version of Silent Night at the end of the string of lights. And they said it hits differently now once you realize that experience is gone and not coming back. That specific thing you took for granted, that little detail of childhood that you didn't even know you'd miss. Time does something strange as we get older. It speeds up. Everyone feels it. Everyone talks about it. But it's not just in your imagination. There's actual science behind why time seems to accelerate the older we get. The researchers tell us something fascinating. Our brains process fewer mental images as we age. When you're young, everything is new. Your brain is working overtime, taking in every detail, creating memories constantly. Remember as a kid how you'd notice everything? The texture of the carpet, the pattern on the wallpaper, the way light came through the window. Your brain was recording it all. As we age, the neural pathways in our brains change. The signals take longer to travel. We process information more slowly. And here's the weird part. That makes time feel like it's going faster. It's like a flip book. When you're young, your brain is creating hundreds of images per second, lots of frames. So when you look back, there's so much to remember that time feels stretched out. But as you get older, fewer frames, less detail. So when you flip back through, it goes by quicker. One scientist put it this way: we perceive fewer frames per second as we get older, and therefore time feels like it's passing quicker. But it's not just the brain processing, it's also about novelty, about newness, about experiences that stand out. When you're 8 years old, everything is new. Your first sleepover, your first time riding a bike without training wheels, your first day of school. Your brain pays attention to novel experiences because it needs to learn from them. And all that attention, all that processing, stretches time out, makes it feel longer. But as an adult, how much of your day is actually new? You probably drive the same route to work every day, eat similar meals, follow the same routines. Your brain recognizes the patterns and essentially stops paying attention. It lumps similar days together. So when you look back, weeks blur into months, months blur into years. Nothing stands out. Nothing marks one day as different from another. Your brain's designed to record change. When there's no change, there's nothing to record. And when there's nothing to record, time seems to vanish. Someone in a study said that when you look back, the less rich your representation is, the more it seems like time went by quickly. Our brains lump time together when the days or weeks are similar. Think about it. Can you remember what you did last Tuesday? Probably not, unless something unusual happened. But you probably can remember your wedding day in vivid detail, or that trip you took to a place you'd never been, or the day something significant happened. Those memories are rich, full of detail. And because they're rich, they feel like they took longer. There's another thing too. Proportionality. When you're 10 years old, a year is 10% of your entire life. That's huge. That's a massive chunk of your existence. So a year feels long because relative to your whole life, it is long. But when you're 50, a year is only 2% of your life. It's a tiny fraction, and your brain processes it that way. The same amount of clock time, 365 days, feels shorter because it's a smaller percentage of your total experience. It's like driving. When you're going somewhere you've never been, the drive there feels longer. You're paying attention, looking for landmarks, figuring out the route.
But on the way back, using the same roads, it feels quicker. You already know the way. Your brain doesn't need to pay as much attention. Someone posted about being nostalgic for even the practice of posting on social media. They miss the pleasure of being a bit creative, of taking a photo of their running shoes and sharing it. Not the shoes themselves, not even the run, but the act of creating and sharing. That little moment of expression that used to feel meaningful. And that's nostalgia, isn't it? That strange, bittersweet ache for something that's gone. Not just missing it, but feeling the absence of it. Knowing you can never quite get back there. The word nostalgia comes from Greek, nostos, return home, algos, pain. It literally means the pain of wanting to return home, and originally it was considered an illness. Swiss mercenaries fighting far from home would get so homesick they'd become physically ill. Doctors thought nostalgia was a disease. Now we know better. Nostalgia isn't a disease, it's a fundamental part of being human. It's how we process the past, how we make sense of who we were and who we've become. People on social media describe nostalgia as treating themselves to a trip down memory lane. Going back and remembering what happened earlier in life becomes a bigger part of social media use over time than posting new content. The platforms become diary-like tools that let us relive memories. And there's something beautiful about that, something human. We need to remember. We need to look back. Not to stay there, but to know we were there. To know it happened. To know it was real. Someone wrote that nostalgia involves a longing for a home that no longer exists or has never existed. And maybe that's the truth of it. You can't actually go back. Even if you return to your childhood home, it's not the same. You're not the same. The magic wasn't in the place, it was in being young, in seeing the world with new eyes, in having time stretch out endlessly before you. You can't get that back, not really, but you can remember it. And in remembering, maybe you get something else. Perspective, gratitude, an understanding of how precious those moments were, even the ordinary ones. People on social media share these incredibly specific nostalgic memories. The sound of dial-up internet connecting, the way DVDs used to come in those massive security cases at rental stores, putting Elmer's glue on your hands and peeling it off, that one specific smell of elementary school, a mix of crayons and cafeteria food and floor cleaner. These tiny, specific details that you didn't even know your brain was recording. And then 20 years later, someone mentions it, and suddenly you're right back there. You can smell it, feel it. You're 8 years old again, just for a second. That's the strange magic of memory. It collapses time. Something that happened decades ago can feel like yesterday when the right trigger brings it back. A song, a smell, a photo. Suddenly it's vivid and immediate and real again. But here's something interesting. When you're in the moment, when you're having a new experience, time can feel like it's flying by. You're having so much fun that hours pass like minutes. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. But later, when you look back on it, that experience feels like it lasted longer than the mundane days. Your brain recorded more. There's more richness there, more detail. So retrospectively, that fun thing feels like it took up more time than it actually did. It's the opposite for boring days, routine ones. They feel slow while you're living them. Every minute drags. But when you look back, they vanish. They weren't memorable enough to hold on to. So even though they felt long in the moment, in memory, they're gone, compressed into nothing. Our brains are strange like that. We experience time two ways: prospective time, while it's happening, and retrospective time, when we look back. And they don't match up. Something can feel fast while it's happening and slow in memory, or slow while it's happening and fast in memory. A professor described going to a 4-day conference. So much happened, meeting people, attending lectures, absorbing information. On the last day, she ran into someone she'd met on the first day, and it felt like such a long time since she'd seen them that she barely recognized them. Because her brain had processed so much new information, those 4 days felt stretched out, rich, full. That's the key, isn't it? Richness, newness, attention. Those are what make time feel substantial, what make days feel lived instead of just passed. The researchers say that thousands of thoughts pass through our minds in a matter of minutes. All that cognitive information stretches time. When we're bored or anxious or waiting, our minds fill with thought chatter, fragments of conversations, songs, worries, plans. And all that mental activity makes time feel slow. But when we're focused, when we're absorbed in something we love, our minds go quiet. We're not processing much cognitive information. We're just in it, present, and time flies. But the memory of it lasts.
There's a study that found that 77% of people agreed that Christmas seems to arrive more rapidly each year. Only 9% disagreed. The same thing happens with Ramadan, with birthdays, with all the markers we use to measure time. They come around faster and faster. And it's not that time itself is speeding up, it's that we're experiencing it differently. We're living more on autopilot, more in routine, less in novelty. Someone who uses social media looked back at their memories and noticed something. Lots of posts from 7 to 10 years ago, something every day, sometimes multiple times a day. But in the last few years, maybe once a month. They said it's like 1/30th of what it used to be, a real big difference. And maybe that's not about social media, maybe that's about life. When you're younger, more is happening, or at least more feels worth noting, worth remembering, worth sharing. As you get older, the peaks and valleys smooth out. Not in a bad way, just in a more stable way. Life becomes more predictable, more settled, and that's fine. That's good, even. But it also means fewer moments that stand out, fewer things that mark one day as special or different or worth remembering. But here's the beautiful thing. Here's the wonder of it. You can do something about this. Not to stop time, you can't do that, but to slow down your experience of it, to make time feel more substantial, more present, more real. You do it by introducing newness, by doing things differently, by paying attention, by creating new memories instead of just cycling through old patterns. Try a new food, take a different route to work, learn something you've never learned before. Visit a place you've never been. Have a conversation that goes deeper than small talk. Do something that requires your full attention, something that makes you present. Because time feels fast when you're on autopilot, when you're not really there, when you're going through the motions without actually experiencing them. But when you're fully engaged, when you're learning or creating or exploring, time stretches out again. Not back to childhood, you can't get that back, but to something real, something present, something alive. A researcher said that variety is the spice of life. Get out of your routine. Take advantage of the time you have. Living a routine-only life makes the year fly by really fast. But introducing variety, creating new experiences, making memories, that makes your time feel rich, full, substantial. And maybe that's what nostalgia is teaching us, not to long for the past, but to recognize what made the past feel so alive, the newness, the attention, the presence, the wonder. You can't be 8 years old again, with summer stretching out forever, but you can be present, you can be curious, you can be awake to your life instead of sleepwalking through it. Someone said that being mindful, being fully in the moment, can make those moments seem to last longer. Laboratory studies show that mindfulness exercises can stretch our perception of time. So don't multitask, don't split your attention.
Just be where you are, doing what you're doing, fully. The magic of childhood wasn't really about time moving slower. It was about being present, about noticing everything, about every experience being new and worth attention. And you can still do that, even now, even after all these years. You can choose to pay attention, to be present, to create new experiences, to fill your life with things worth remembering. Time will still pass, that's inevitable. The clock keeps ticking at the same rate it always has. But your experience of it? That's up to you. You can let the years blur together in a gray routine, or you can mark them, notice them, live them. Create moments that stand out. Build memories that will be rich when you look back. Years from now, you'll be nostalgic for right now, for 2025, for this moment, for this part of your life. Because that's what humans do. We look back, we remember, we feel that bittersweet ache for time that's gone. But what will you remember? Will there be richness there? Will there be detail? Will you be able to say, I was there, I was present, I lived it? Or will it all blur together into a vague sense that time passed, but you're not sure how or where it went? The choice is yours, every day, every moment. You can't slow down the clock, but you can slow down your experience. You can choose presence over autopilot, attention over routine, novelty over habit. You can create a life worth remembering, moments worth feeling nostalgic about, experiences that will feel, when you look back, like they had substance, weight, meaning. Because the real tragedy isn't that time speeds up, it's that we stop paying attention, we stop noticing, we stop being amazed by the ordinary miracle of being alive. But you're here, right now, reading or hearing these words. This moment is happening, and it will never happen again, not exactly like this. So notice it, feel it, be in it. Because one day you'll look back on now, and the question will be, did you live it, or did you let it pass in a blur of distraction and routine? Time moves forward, that's what it does. But you get to choose how you move through it. With wonder, with attention, with presence. With the same curiosity you had as a child, when summer lasted forever and every day was an adventure. That's still available to you, that quality of experience, that richness, that sense of time being full and substantial and real. Not by going backward, but by being here, now, fully, completely, awake. The years will pass, they always do, but they don't have to disappear. They don't have to blur into nothingness. They can be lived, noticed, felt, remembered. And when you look back, when you feel that nostalgic ache for the past, you'll be able to say, I was there. I paid attention. I didn't miss it. I lived it. Every moment, every day, every year. Even the ordinary ones, especially the ordinary ones. Because looking back, you'll realize those were the good days. Those ordinary moments when nothing special happened except that you were alive and present and paying attention. Those are the ones you'll miss most. So don't wait. Don't let time just happen to you. Be in it. Make it rich. Make it full. Make it worth remembering. Because time only moves in one direction, but the quality of your experience, that's yours to create. Right here, right now.
in this moment that will never come again. This beautiful, ordinary, irreplaceable moment. Live it, feel it, remember it. It's happening now. And now is all you ever really have. So make it count, make it present, make it real. And when you look back years from now, you'll feel that nostalgic ache, but it will be sweet instead of bitter. Because you were there, you didn't miss it. You lived it. Every precious, fleeting, beautiful moment.